Hello everyone, and welcome once again to our The Bold and the Beautiful Spoilers channel. Today we're focusing on a question that has everyone buzzing. Is Hope Logan truly on the verge of leaving Los Angeles for good? A series of shocking developments involving Forrester Creations, Carter, and Hope's beloved fashion line have left her future hanging by a thread. In this extended deep dive, we'll break down exactly how Hope reached this point, why she feels so cornered, and whether we could see her make a drastic decision to walk away from everything she's ever known. Hope's diminishing faith in Forrester Creations. It all began with a storm of discontent brewing behind the scenes at Forrester Creations. Hope had dedicated countless hours, and all her creative energy, to building hope for the future into a viable, values-based fashion line. From her perspective, the Forrester family offered only lukewarm support. While the line garnered modest success, it never seemed to reach the same lofty heights or receive the same investment of resources as some of Forrester's other projects. That perceived lack of commitment planted the seeds of frustration in Hope's mind. Initially, she tried to reconcile her ambitions with the company's broader goals. She made compromises, adjusted her designs, and kept pushing for more synergy with the brand. But deep down, she felt underappreciated, her passion overshadowed by Forrester's larger, and arguably more prestigious, projects. Tensions simmered for months, setting the stage for the dramatic turn of events we're witnessing now. Carter's bold plan and Hope's risky alliance. Enter Carter, whose growing dissatisfaction with the Forrester dynasty led him down a controversial path. An audacious plan to seize control of the company. Carter viewed Forrester Creations as an empire plagued by complacency at the top. He believed he could steer the business toward a brighter, more ethical, or at least more progressive direction. Hope, already feeling marginalized, found herself strangely drawn to Carter's vision. She couldn't help imagining a scenario in which Forrester Creations would finally spotlight her hope for the future line without the usual gatekeeping. Teaming up with Carter, she thought, might be her best shot at realizing her dreams and putting her name on the fashion map once and for all. The height of tension as word spread of Carter's intentions, though still under the radar of many, Hope wrestled with her conscience. She was raised to be principled and fair, yet she also felt cornered by the Forrester family's seemingly dismissive attitude toward her designs. Ultimately, she made her choice, offering Carter cautious support. It was a gamble that put her reputation on the line, but she believed the payoff might be worth it if Hope for the future finally got the recognition she felt it deserved. The U-turn that changed everything. Just as Carter appeared poised to execute his plan, the unthinkable happened. He had a sudden change of heart. Realizing that seizing a private family business, even if he believed it to be for the greater good, was unethical, Carter handed Forrester Creations back without a second thought. In one swift, decisive move, he walked away from the entire scheme, effectively abandoning Hope in the process. For Hope, the aftermath was catastrophic. Not only did she lose any chance of reviving hope for the future under a new regime, but she also exposed herself to the wrath and disappointment of the Forrester clan. By publicly siding with Carter, she painted a target on her back. And with Carter no longer planning to dismantle Forrester Creations, she was left without protection or a backup plan. Hope for the future. Lost and canceled. The fallout was swift and brutal. Hope found herself abruptly laid off, severing her formal ties with Forrester Creations. To add insult to injury, her once promising hope for the future line, already under scrutiny, was officially canceled. Months of blood, sweat, and tears vanished in the blink of an eye. The design she had poured her heart into would be shelved indefinitely, leaving her with a shattered sense of purpose. Friends and family watched with concern as Hope grappled with the blow to her career. Though some sympathized with her desire to defend her line, others couldn't overlook her complicity in Carter's takeover scheme. In one dramatic moment, she lost both her professional standing and the moral high ground she'd long prided herself on. Emotional turmoil and a possible downward spiral. Losing her job and her dream project has naturally sparked an emotional crisis for Hope. She's always been someone who anchors her identity in her work, especially work that aligns with her personal values. Now, without a platform to showcase her ideals or a team to support her, she's left feeling isolated and betrayed. The question that haunts her is, what now? Whispers of a downward spiral are beginning to circulate among those close to Hope. On one hand, she could rebound, pouring her creativity into a new venture, or finding an entirely different calling. On the other hand, the sting of public humiliation and the sense of abandonment could prove too devastating. If her despair deepens, leaving Los Angeles might look like the only way to escape the judgmental eyes of those who once admired her. The allure of a fresh start with the doors of Forrester Creations seemingly slammed in her face, Hope is left contemplating her next move. While packing up and moving to another city or even another country would be a massive step, it also offers the promise of a clean slate. Free from the baggage of her failed alliance with Carter, she could rebuild her fashion dream under a new brand name or partner, with a less high-profile design house willing to give her a second chance. Moving away isn't a decision Hope would take lightly. She has deep ties in Los Angeles. Family members, personal relationships, and a history intertwined with the Forresters, Logans, and Spencers. Yet sometimes the weight of past mistakes becomes overwhelming. She may find solace in the anonymity of a new place, where she can redefine herself as a designer, or choose a different career path altogether. Obstacles to leaving, or reasons to stay. Of course, no Bold and the Beautiful storyline is ever black and white. Hope has plenty of emotional entanglements that could keep her in LA. For instance, family loyalty might kick in if she realizes that running away isn't the solution to her problems. Especially if someone like Brooke or Ridge steps forward offering an olive branch and a way to mend fences. Moreover, the dramatic nature of this show often means twists can arise at the last second. Could someone unexpectedly champion Hope for the future? Or might a rival fashion house swoop in and snap Hope up, thereby encouraging her to stay and prove her worth right in the Forresters' backyard? Until the dust settles, no one can say for sure. Will Hope take that final step? As viewers tune in, the suspense continues to build around Hope's next move. Will she take the leap and leave behind the city where she spent so many years chasing her dreams? If she does, how will her absence ripple through the tangled web of relationships on the show? One thing's certain, a departure of this magnitude would send shockwaves through Los Angeles, altering storylines and relationships in ways we can only begin to imagine. If she chooses to remain in LA, the challenge becomes finding a pathway to redemption, both in the eyes of the Forresters and for herself. A comeback arc would undoubtedly be fraught with tension, especially given the depth of hurt feelings on all sides. After all, in the aftermath of a betrayal, trust is hard to rebuild, even for someone as earnest as Hope. Final thoughts: whether Hope decides to start fresh away from the city lights or face her problems head-on in LA, one thing is clear. Her journey will be nothing short of dramatic. Fans are left to speculate if a heartfelt apology or a surprise twist could reverse her fortunes, or if she'll choose to vanish into a new world of opportunity. Given how swiftly fortunes can change on the Bold and the Beautiful, we know to expect the unexpected. Stay tuned to this channel for the latest insider scoops, dramatic spoilers, and heartfelt analyses. As always, we'll be right here to bring you updates on every turn in Hope's turbulent story, and to keep you informed about the next big bombshell that's sure to rock the Bold and the Beautiful.